everybody. Maybe we can do a little bit of this one, like that. And of this one, a little one. And of this one. And the big one. So, I'm gonna do this live in English. In fact, as I did a live some days ago with Kirsten, it was very, very interesting. It was Friday, and I had difficulties to launch the live on Instagram. It was like spinning, not going through. I had to launch 3 times. And I was very happy about the discussion we had, and we really thought with Christine that it will be really interesting for people to listen to that, because it was flowing and it was amazing. And when I wanted to share it on my page, it was spinning, telling me to try again later. I kept it like that until the evening. I tried and nothing went through, and the live has been lost. So I was bummed, because I really wanted to share this with you, and maybe we will have to do this live again with Christine. I was speaking with my friend Natalie this morning in France, and I said it's really weird, because all around me there are a lot of movement, and even also for myself, a lot of movement in my life. And a lot of trouble with electronics, like my computer. I had to upgrade on Ventura, and since I have trouble, I lost again my Quicken. I spent hours, once 5 hours in a row with Apple and Quicken to resolve the issue, and nobody understands what happened, and nobody is able to help. So I had to start again from scratch. A lot of files disappear after that upgrade, and they are not even on the cloud, because sure, I went on my iCloud account, where there is, for example, my page and my document and all that, and even there, things totally disappeared. I could recover some folders, but some very important, like the one of page with my text and my PDF, where I was making the catalogs, for example, and all that is lost. So it's a lot of work, because now I have to look for the pictures again and to redo all this, because now I have another issue, and it's also about this I wanted to speak to you, because after, I hope I can share this. I hope it will not be like last day. Yesterday, maybe some months ago before my trip, I lost my Facebook page. It took like 2, almost 3 months to recover it with my friend, who is also my web manager. She did an amazing job, and finally we got back the page, but it has been really complicated. in the meantime, when I had no Facebook account access, Facebook changed things a lot. And me, I'm totally lost now. They changed, now there is a Facebook suite, and when I am on my page, the one you can have only 5,000 followers, after I can go on my other account, where I have, I think, 90 or something like that. But the way it's done now, it's complicated for me to look for the message, to look for the comment, to answer to them. I'm lost. I'm totally lost. So yesterday, I took my courage to stay again hours in front of my computer, that I start really to be fed up, because I do nothing else about, I'm not advancing very much. So I've been on Facebook, and I started to scroll to comments and messages. And I discovered something, that some people asked me, but I was not able to see their message because first I don't had connection to my Facebook account anymore, so I could not see. So I had a lot of messages that I did not answer. And on the latest one, it was during my trip, so I was unable to go there because I was not understanding how it was working, and I had no time to lose being, in my trip to stay on Facebook. So yesterday was a day, and I discovered a lot of people telling me that they wanted to send me an email from my website. It was not working. There's something else. I said, I cannot believe it. So, and I started to answer to all the comments, to all the requests for the shawls, for the bracelet, for different issues as well, so giving information. But now I realized that this morning I said, okay, I have to call Apple, and I have to see with my web manager this thing with the email address on the website, but it's not working. So this morning again, I spent like 3-4 hours in front of my computer. And there is something weird. I searched for my messages that I sent to my customers. And the weird thing is that, and I have memory, I have memory on my computer, because the first thing I thought is because I don't have room or memory. And I am update, so I am on Ventura now, so everything should be okay. But I realized that a lot of messages that I sent never are left, and I was not seeing them in the outbox. And when I see them on the draft, I really remember that I answered to this or this or these people about availability of shawls or any kind of thing, and only few words were on the messages. So I was like, something is weird. So I spent time to find all these emails, messages, half there, to contact again all the people to say what happened. Because apparently I was surprised, I have absolutely no answer, no message. So I say, this is weird, it's very quiet. But in fact, it's just because people never got my message and my catalog, because it was not going through, but it was not showing in the outbox. So now, tomorrow, I have to call Apple and to figure out again what is going on with the cloud, with Time Machine, with my computer that always worked perfectly. And now with this upgrade, like last year when I moved in, I had also an upgrade to do like a couple of months after I lost everything. So now I'm going to spend again hours. Maybe I have to go 1 hour away at Apple Store to bring my computer. It's a nightmare. It's really a nightmare. And yeah, there are days I would love to don't know about all these things, to don't have this technology. But how we do without this technology? So I'm like, okay, I'm stuck there. I'm like, I feel like a part of me wants to be totally free, and another part of me knows that I have, in a way, I am part of this era as it is, with the technology as it is. And it's also a good thing, because I can be in touch with with all of you. So, and I can share information, and I can do my business, and I can make good for the orphanage. And because it has been really, really slow, because people were not receiving my catalog. So I just discovered, because some customers say, I wrote you a couple of times, I had no answer. I say, how it's possible? I answer immediately. Always, when I got a message, I answer immediately. And even if I am on my phone, I cannot send the catalog because it's heavy. I said, I will send it to you this evening or tomorrow. I always answer as soon as I got a message. So it's for that I started to do this research, and I discovered that some of my answers were half there and not gone and not in the outbox. So it's a bummer. So this morning I was speaking with my friend Natalie, with his bioenergetician. Maybe some of you saw our live together. And she told me, don't forget, because I feel also very tired sometimes. Everything is fine. I wake up at 5:30, 6. I'm in full shape. I am like full of energy. And yesterday I went to farmer's market. I finished at 8:30, 9:30 I was at home. I was so tired. I was like, I had to go back to bed. And I started to have like weird manifestation that I never had before. I said, whoa, what is going on there? Like seeing image I'm not used to see, and I even forgot what kind of image. And it came to my mind, maybe this tiredness, this fatigue that you feel is because with what is going on with the solar flare, with the planet, frequency and all, you also are changing. And you also are changing your ability of some perceptions. So I was like, okay, so I slept again, and I wake up at 1 p.m. yesterday. And after I'm full of energy. But it's really a time where there are a lot of trouble. Electromagnetic field are in trouble. For sure, the technology, we know this, but it's not only that. The solar flare are very dense and very strong, and this affects us, affect the planet, affects the technology. I had also serious issue with my bank account. So I spoke about that some months ago. I got the information, and I forward the information that it's better to don't have too much money on saving, mostly saving account and bank account. So I minimize, and I let just what I need for my expenses, my direct payment and all that. But the thing is, it started before my trip, and I had no time to figure out because I was busy preparing my trip. And after I was traveling, I could not call the bank because it's long distance and complicated. I wanted to have the branch, jet lag, time difference. So, and my landlord told me, take care, your month went twice this month. I said, oh, it's possible. I just did a direct payment of once. So when I was traveling, it continued. And when I was coming back, I was so down. I had no courage to be in front of my computer and the phone. It continued. So I decided, now I'm full of energy. I'm going to call the bank and see what is going on. So I called the bank. They are unable to figure out what did happen. On my side, there is no duplicate of the transaction, but the money goes out twice every month of my bank account. So I called several times. I had an agent, very kind, who helped me. He cannot figure out. He gave me a number where normally they can figure out. They could not. They don't know what did happen. So I think all these glitches are part of what is going on right now, and we have more and more. The Instagram that is not working, that is not saving, that is not sharing. Last day I posted a story. I never had that before. It was a sound, but it was a black screen. So it's like a lot of things are not flowing well. When I want to do the reel, I cannot access to the music. So I think there are beyond all what we can imagine, that is like a plan of disturbing and, you know, division and all that. Beyond that, I think in nature, in cosmic nature, there are things that are affecting us and affecting the electromagnetism, the electricity, and we may face more and more disturbance in the internet, in our phone connections, like you see. And there is no, at my knowledge, there is no Mercury retrograde these days. It's when there is Mercury retrograde that all these things are like not working properly. But this, there is not. So it's that. So I'm thinking of, this obliged me also to clear old messages that I had seen 10 years, to void things, to make room to... It's a time, this year 2023, of big organization, of planting seed, of clearing lands that are not proper for seeding and for developing, for what's gonna happen in 2024. So it's a time of preparation. It's not really pleasant. It's at all level, and all around me, all my friends, they have same kind of situation. Losing jobs, wanting to buy, difficulties with bank, things with the computer, everywhere. I'm really amazed. It's moving a lot. It's moving a lot. It's a big change, and the big change that is happening at that invisible, I would say, cosmic level, as we are organic as nature, and on this planet that is about nature, we follow and we are affected, each of us in our domain of social or, you know, business or friendship or relationships. And it takes this shape, it takes this form of changing in what we live. So I wanted to tell you, don't be scared, don't be afraid of the change coming, don't be afraid, but just be alert. Just be alert and have in mind that there is this big transformation at the level of the planet and also cosmic. So it seems totally surreal or abstract, or it seems, wow, this is nonsense, but it is. We cannot avoid that. And there is nothing wrong in that. It's just a normal course of things. Now they speak about this, you know, carbon footprint, climate change thing. I had my friend in Madagascar for the first time in 10 years. They had 7 months of rain. They had no rain for 10 years. And 7 months of rain almost daily. They were very happy. Now they have water. But what people don't know is that in the capital, 16 hours a day, people have no electric and no water, no running water. They have to wake up at night at 2 o'clock to be able to get some water and to try to get light, you know, like they can, because they are poor people, so it's not easy at all. And nobody speaks about that. Nobody speaks about what is going on there. So this is that thing. My friend Natalie told me her friend and her kid is from the Antilles, French Antilles. He was in vacation there, and they had dry, like in the desert. It's a country where it's very humid, and they had very dry weather, like they are not used to see. And so you see there is cooler in some place and a lot of water, and after there is dry in the place where they are not. So everything is shifting. So everything is shifting at the level of the nature, and everything is shifting also for us in our lives. So the first thing I think is to have in mind this big shift that we are part of, consciously or unconsciously, and in a way without our will or conscious will, because we came in this era at that time. Our soul decided to come to live this experience that we live right now. So we have to take some distance with all that, to observe all that, and to trust really, it's a time where we have to really be in touch with what is right for us. I say this is 3 years, but now it's even stronger. Now it's like a deeper layer. It's like a higher layer. It's like it passed to another level now. With what happened for 3 years, everybody knows now more or less. People are aware what happened and what is going on, but now it's at another level. So it's a really weird time. It's really strange time. So the thing also that is really nice is that some people ask me, like this young man who asked me if I could give him lesson to do video. No, I don't give lesson to do video. I just do my thing, but I can explain how I do it. So I told him, you have to have the basic. If you have a phone, you may have a camera in your phone, and you just have to take a small tripod. It's not obliged, because for years I had no tripod and I was doing my self-portrait, because I always found a tree, a stone, a rock, something to put my phone against, and I was still doing my video. But it can be convenient when you have the tripod, because you can access to place where there are no support, and you can have wider view, and you can have more stable thing. So I said, you just have to have a small tripod, and you just have to launch your video. Me, I launch always in slow motion, because I want to use slow motion a lot, because for me slow motion is a way to be really in the present moment. It obliges you to slow down and be in the present moment. It has a kind of meditative feels to it, and it's more magical. We go more in the movement, in the expression, in the flow. It's like magic for me. So I put my phone on slow motion, and after, what I do on my phone, I have iMovie. I use iMovie. I import the sequence, the small video I want to use in iMovie, and after I cut them, and I use a transition. But you can also just with doing small video. My video are too long, so it takes me a lot of time after when I want to select pieces. But when I am in my flow, doing my pictures, because I do also my pictures in parallel with the video, so it's another thing to think about with the camera and the lens and the remote control and all that. So I forgot a little bit that my video is running. Sometimes I have some surprises, and because I continue to shoot myself without knowing that I shoot myself when I prepare and all that. So it's like back of the scene, So you can also, if you have short video like 10, 15, 20 seconds, you can use reel and select the video in reel and put them together. You can shorten them there, you can do all this, and it's easy to do. And after, you have the music right there that you can use. So this is the best way. Me, I use iMovie because I love the magic of the transition between one scene to another one. They are like blurry in each of them, and it's like showing, for me, it's my way to show that I am multidimensional. I am there is the physical, but it's like fading, coming invisible and appearing in another place. And this is something that really interests me and speaks to me since very, very long time. I remember when I did my first show in Paris, Visage Paysage, it was no digital at that time. I had slides and I have negative, and I was overlaying slides and negative to give this feeling of multidimension. Visage Paysage was about portrait and landscapes overlay, like to show exactly what I'm speaking about, that we are organic as nature and we are same as nature and we are coming from that. And it was to show that we are oneness with nature. So this is my way to create. Is nothing extraordinary, you know. I have different tools, but I have a camera, a real one. But it's easier with a phone. I can have it everywhere. When I hike, it's so heavy to have all these things. When I do these days the nude pictures in the rocks down there, I have to carry my camera that is heavy, the tripod, my phone, some shawls because I don't do only nudes, you know, and it's hard. But it's a good exercise. It's like working out a little, but it's not easy. It's difficult to hike for me several kilometers or miles with all this material on my back, or it's exhausting. And after I have to shoot myself and I'm tired, so, and it's early morning, so my face is puffy, a little bit my eyes is puffy, so no makeup, nothing. You know, in a way it requires a lot of energy. People don't realize, some people realize because they know, because they are a photographer, or they know how it is to deal with that. But some people has absolutely no idea. And there are still some people who think that I do that because I'm egoistic and narcissist. But it's great. It's great to have a little bit of narcissism to be able to create beauty with what is there, what is around, and what is here, you know. Beauty at my eyes, maybe some people don't like it, but I don't care. I just do what I like. So this is a thing, and this is one of the things we spoke in this live that is lost, unfortunately. It's to really relearn. If we lost it, I never lost it, but some people lost that ability to play without expectation, to play. Even, for example, you are in a mood, it's difficult, you got bad news or something. Try to feel, to be aware of your feeling, your emotions, be with it. But if suddenly in your despair, you know, mood, comes to you a surprising idea of, oh, maybe you can go and shoot yourself there. Do it. Do it. There is nothing that cannot make you do it. Just yourself. It's what happened to one of my friends recently who had been fired. And she was in that state where she was like, you know, not scared, but not feeling, you know, when you got your job after many, many years of working in a place, sure there are questions, sure there are times of anxiety, and when you are aware of it, it's less affecting you. But she was in that state of doing nothing and just thinking and seeing outside how beautiful it was, and I just offered her a kimono, and but the color I thought was amazing for her, not for me. And immediately came the kimono to her mind, and she said, oh, it's cloudy, the light is not nice, but if I try to see how the kimono is moving. And she did slow motion with her kimono, and she did the most beautiful little story in 10-15 seconds, just playing, like I said before, recording on her phone, using slow motion, putting this together, going, searching for music, not even searching. She said everything was not interesting to me, and suddenly came that, and it's the perfect music, it's words, to go with the mood of her video. And she got through that a message for herself. Because the higher self takes command. When we are in this moment and we let go and we have no expectation, the higher self take command and direct us to do this or to make us thinking of that. We could do that or that or that. follow that, do it. And she was shy. She said, oh, I did a small video, but the light was not really nice. And I saw the video. I said, what? My heart was like beating. I said, this is the most amazing little thing, and the words, and fantastic. And I told you see, this is the thing. I wonder at what point we don't put ourselves from the higher self perspective in trouble to be able to create differently, from our frustration, is what I said very often in my video. From the frustration comes the desire of something else. Comes the desire of something where we feel good. And from that desire, if we follow sometimes what can seem crazy, something happens. And it's magical. And it is because we let go. And it's because we have no expectation. We don't do things for a result of something, to get something. We just do things to do things. We just, go garden because it's pleasant to be with plant and to dig the soil and to water the plant and to water after day and we don't do something to have something in return, even if this plant is to get some food. But it's day by day. I think it's more for the love of the act than for the result. Me, I am like that, I'm with my little bird now, and she changed mood every single day. This morning I was confused, but the weather is really weird. We have this very, very, very strong wind. And when there is a wind, she's all excited. She's all like that. And before yesterday, she was so peaceful, to the point that I never saw anything like that, and my friend never saw anything like that. She was totally lie down like a cat on the floor. I always saw her on her legs, And she was there on the deck. Maybe you saw the video in my story. Lie down, flat, enjoying herself. And this after she came in contact with me, physical contact. And it was really weird moment, because I realized when she beaked me, she did that many, many months ago. At the beginning, I interact with her. And I was pissed off, so I was saying, don't be mean, because I did not understood that it was her way to touch me, to be in touch with me. And before yesterday, this moment where she was at peace, the baby was fed. Everything was like she was just there for herself, not begging, not just in front of me, in silence, or I was speaking, she was listening, turning her little head. And I say, come. And I had nothing in my hand to eat. And she came. And she came without being scared. Like sometimes she's like jumping, like with the wind now. She's like, impossible. And she came closer, and she was almost on my lap. And at a moment, she came and she beaked my hand. And I was surprised, and her, instead of escaping, because I was surprised and I did like that, she just stayed beside. And it's that I understood it was her way to touch me, to contact me. It's the only way she has. It's her beak. So it's that, and it was a moment I had no expectation. She had no expectation because she was not begging for food. And we had this moment, it was magical. And today I thought it was not her, but it's her. I just saw her again. She came again to take some food for the baby. And she's totally different today. She was begging nonstop, but maybe the weather is really weird, and maybe she feels also differently and she acts differently, like us all, So, voilà, I wanted to, it's a little bit of everything in this live, but I hope I'm able to share and to post this little speech. But it's a time of everything that is not clear in your life has to be cleared. I see. I have issues from many years. I have to resolve them. I have to be clear. on this issue, to write. I spend time to write long hours, to draw, to show what I want to. So it's that. So it's a time really to clear everything that is not, a proper terrain for something to grow easily and beautifully. And 2023, it's a 7 number. It's an odd number, so it's very dynamic. We go on 2024, that will be number 8. That is my number, actually. And it's something that is more flowing because it's a sign of the infinite as well. So it should be, if we put the good base in 2023, if we resolved issue that they are pain, to resolve. It's heavy, and all administrative things. I am in administrative things for my retirement in France. It's a mess, but I want to have this done. I cannot stay with this weight on me, and I enter all the numbers of my quicken since beginning of the year. I let go the last year. Because I was like, I cannot believe it's all this mess and pain in a house about this accounting and about all this thing, and all this to pay tax. I was like, okay. And so I did now. I enter the numbers. I saved it on external hard drives. I thought I did it. I don't know why they were not there. So I hope it's saved. And now I think I'm going to go at the Apple store. I'm going to be with Apple long hours again. And I'm going to go at the Apple store maybe to resolve my issue. So, I see someone that is telling me inquire a scarf about a weekish ago. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but it's really, I just realized yesterday evening this because of some people like you on Facebook telling me, I send you several messages, you never answer. And I'm really good to answer, as I said before, immediately. I don't like things like, even when someone is buying, I get the money, I send the same day. I don't like to keep the thing for, and say, okay, I'm going to ship in 2 days or middle of the week. No. I go and I ship the same day, because for me, I'm here today, now, but I don't know if I'm going to wake up tomorrow. So I want that the people as their thing they pay for, So, and it's lighter for me, it's done. It's like, okay, I feel more free like that. And I'm happy that my customers can get this as soon as possible, So let's see. So if you see me, send me a message here on Instagram. And what I'm doing since yesterday and this morning, I'm sending the catalog by WeTransfer.com, because I was sending the catalog without problem until this upgrade. And now I cannot send them because it's too heavy. And I don't know why, because it was working fine for more than a year. So I have to check about that. So this is all the message I wanted to tell you about, a little bit of everything that is going on in our lives these days. Sure, I will have requests to do it in French. It's always difficult because there is a flow that is different, and I have to put me back on that in French and have the weird feeling to repeat the same thing. But I will do it. It will take me the time it will take, but I will do it. So I thank you all very much. I hope this is going to be recorded. Let me know by message, in private message, if you need anything. I cannot take anyone there because I don't want to lose. Like I did last day, I lost the live, and I would love to be able to let this be on my page And last day, I don't know, I had the feeling when I tag my, guest, I have the feeling that the fact I tagged or something like that went wrong. Maybe it's that, maybe not, I don't know. So I wish you a good evening or a good day if you start your day. And at very soon. And look who is here. Baby Oscarin is here. Oh, I cannot believe. She was here. Hey, baby. Where are you, my baby? She was here just listening me to speak. It's so beautiful. Look at that. But it's windy. Really, really windy. Sometimes it's like so strong that the carpet is almost flying, and I put stones on that to hold them. Oh, I see my things fell there. Yeah. Okay, so I wish you a good evening, and